Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Hello? Is somebody there? What? Nintendo? Yeah, I collect Nintendo games. Yeah, I know, I haven't done an update in a while. I haven't had a chance. Hey, relax, man. I still collect the games. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's time for another one of my NES Complete Collection Chronicles. Hey everybody, Michael B. the Game Genie back once again, finally with another episode of my NES Complete Collection Chronicles. I know it's been a long time since I've done this, and there's many reasons to that, but I won't get into it because today's a very special episode. In fact, it might be the last ever episode of my NES Complete Collection Chronicles. That's because I picked up a flash cart. That's right, you might have seen Games 81 talk about Stone Age Gamer. I went on there, found this NES Everdrive by NA NES. So anyways, that means I now have all 768 North American NES release games. So that's it, collection over. I'm out of here. Alright, calm down. It's Halloween after all, everybody's entitled to one good scare. Yes, I did pick up a flash cart. Does that mean that I'm not going to collect for the NES anymore? No, of course not. There's a very specific reason why I actually picked up this flash cart. For me, I actually have a house. I have a house now that I'll explain a little bit later, but you know, I have a primary location where all my stuff is. But a couple of years ago, me and my father actually built a cabin, so I go there quite often, and I have a NES at the cabin, and I play NES games up there. What I was actually doing was taking games back and forth I wanted to play, and you know, that gets a bit irritating when you're lugging things back and forth. And I actually had a second collection up there, so I had like 50 to 60 games at my cabin, and it just, to a point, it got ridiculous. Like, I was like, you know what, I don't need to be moving these back and forth. You know what, I'm just gonna get a flash cart. So if I go to my cabin, I can leave my games at my house, and I can take the flash cart with me and play everything up there. I've got the whole library at my hands. So that seemed like a pretty cool idea. One thing I didn't think about at the time, but actually turned out to be a huge benefit, was I can actually play import games. For those of you that have been following along on Halloween Havoc, I know I'm a little bit late with some of the videos, but I've tried to keep up the pace this year, even though I'm not really ready to be making videos. I've been trying to make some. I've actually included some Famicom imports. Now, I've taken a pretty hard stance on import gaming. I think import gaming is really cool, but I'm pretty much maxed out at space here now. I don't really want to jerry-rig any shelves or anything extra from my game room to fit import games, and I really don't have room for any systems to go messing around with all kinds of conversions and stuff like that. You know what? I give all the credit in the world to people who do the import gaming thing, but honestly, it's not for me. I'm sticking with my NES set, and everything I want to get is North American, unless, you know what, it's region locked. Like, I have a Turbo Duo, not region locked, so if I ever get a copy of Dracula X, Castlevania Rondo of Blood, Dracula X, I can just play it on my Turbo Duo, so no problem. I might pick up some Japanese games there, but in terms of Japanese systems or European systems, I'm not doing that. But that's the amazing thing about this flash card. I can actually load those ROMs onto my flash card and play them on the North American systems. So already this month, you've seen me play one of my absolute all-time favorite games, Splatterhouse, Wanpaku Graffiti. So that's really, really cool. There's other ones, like that game's amazing. There's other ones like Crisis Force, which is a really cool top-down shooter that for some reason, one or another, Konami shooter that didn't come out here. Then you get games like European-only releases like Hammer and Harry or New Ghostbusters 2, which I can now play on my North American NES, and it's fantastic. And in the very last Game & Watch with Michael B, I played another Famicom game, which I only recently found out about, which was Kid Dracula, which is an amazing action platformer, side-scroller, like, fantastic game. So that's the cool thing about the flash card that I really like. Primarily, the reason I use it here is to play import games, and I do like to cheat a bit. I might play some Panic Restaurant on it, because that's one of the games I really want and I don't have, so I might play it here and there, but it doesn't mean the end of my NES collection. I'm still going to collect. I still have a goal of collecting all the games. So the next question is, you're going to ask, where are all the updates? Why haven't there been any lately? Well, the reality of that is, I have 91 games left to get. Some of those are very expensive, some of those are not so expensive, but just hard to come by. So I mentioned Panic Restaurant there a little while ago. Panic Restaurant, for some reason in Canada, if you go to ebay.ca, it's like a $400 or $500 game now. That's nuts. Like, I don't just have $500 to shell out on a game. If I did, like, this game would have to mean everything to me, and, you know, it's not that. So it's the thrill of the hunt. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna find it at a good price, or you know what, I'm probably not going to find it, and I'll just keep looking. I'm not an impatient person. I don't need to finish the collection. That's, like, I want to finish the collection, but I don't need to the point where I'm spending ludicrous amounts of money to do so, so I'll wait, and hopefully either the price drops or I find it. One or the other. That's how it'll happen. Then you have games that aren't expensive, but it's really hard to find for some reason. And one of those is a game I've been looking for forever, and like, I'm begging and pleading people to sell me this game, to find this game for me, which is Terminator on the NES. For some reason, I just can't find it. It seems that's kind of like a common thread, though, for all the games that the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed. They seem to, you know, go off the map and they're hard to find. You don't believe me? Try to find a copy of Kid Cool. It's a terrible game, but for some reason it's hard to find. Daydream and Davy's another one. These are games that, you know, might have had a low production level that when they came out, but you don't see them anywhere, and it's because the nerd reviewed them and people eat them up. In fact, I've met people whose entire NES collections were based off games reviewed by the Angry Video Game Nerd. That's the only NES games they had. Some people are like that. Anyways, Terminator. For some reason, I can't find this game. I really want to find it. I've played it a little bit on my flash card, but I haven't really played it because I'm waiting to get the physical copy. This is kind of like a tease. This is what, like, renting games were. I have games on my flash card and I can play them a little bit, but I'm not really going to get into them until I own them. The North American games. Splatterhouse, Kid Dracula. Oh, you better believe I'm going to play the heck out of those. So anyways, guys, that's the point of it. I'm just not buying games. The other reason I haven't made an update video, and the reason I've been away for a while, is a little while ago you guys would have known I released a new game room video because me and my wife moved. Well, there's a long backstory on that I don't really want to get into, but the place that we were originally in, we couldn't live there anymore. That's all I'm saying. It was a pretty hard situation. So what we ended up doing was We ended up moving in with my parents for a couple of months until we could save up enough that we just bought our own house. That's right, so me and my wife just bought our own house, and we moved in last month around the 11th of September, and you know what? It's an older home, there's so much to do, so I'm picking away at it, and I really have no time to be making videos because I'm painting, putting in new external lights, changing plugs, like I'm doing so much work, and it's hard to find time to make videos, but I'm trying because I love doing this, and I love talking to you guys, and I love all the comments I get, and, you know, people reaching out to me. It means the world to me. It's just sometimes real life and the stuff we're doing with the house here really is really important, especially now. Another reason I don't have a lot of time is for the last 3 years I've been doing this, my wife's been away at law school, so I've kind of been by myself for a long time. Actually, I kind of became a hermit too, like staying inside a lot, so I spent a lot of time making these videos. But now with my wife home, we both have careers, very demanding professions. We work really hard. When we come home, we try to spend a little time together, and then you have like zero time to do anything in the nighttime. We don't even have kids yet, so I don't know how I'm going to do it then, but you know, that's it. We come home from work, by the time we get supper and everything, like, it's almost time for bed, and not only do I not have time to make videos, I can't even remember the last time I actually had time to actually play games. Like, I really got to force myself to do it now. There's so little time. Anyways, I don't want to make this whole video about complaining. It's just to tell you that I've been busy, I've had some very important things to do in personal life, and because of where I am with the collection and the games, I've only got 91 left. Some of those are expensive, some of those are hard to get. I don't really have the time to be searching as much as I used to right now at this point. And I don't have excess money to go buy games that really I don't really want to spend that much on. So the collection is still going. It's just taking a little detour while we do some personal things. So I can't tell you when these videos will pick up regularly again. It could happen anytime. I just hit an influx of games, and then all of a sudden, you know, I've got another 20 game episode. Like last Christmas, I picked up like 35, 40 games Christmas time. I don't know if that'll happen again this year, but who knows? It's just one of those things. Who knows? It'll happen, it won't happen. But anyways, guys, that's my update. Thank you very much for watching along. I'm still no closer. I think last time I was 91 games away from my complete NES collection. Pretty sure I'm still there. I'm almost 1,000%. You can't count this flash cart. So that's everything, guys. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Follow along in my Complete Collection Chronicles. It will continue. Sorry it hasn't been more regular, but it will continue soon. God damn you! You moved the cemetery, but you only moved the headstones! You never moved the bodies!